It's all smiles here on part 60 of Tales of Symphonia. At 61.
You're so close, Matt.
I know, I keep getting it wrong. And we begin the part by whoring.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the time of this recording, we have
At least stop that.
a
We did it
set
twice.
amount of parts. We have a magic number, ladies and gentlemen.
Yahoo!
And those that follow my Twitter feed, that's a Call Me John. You guys know how many parts we have left for the Tales of Symphonia Let's Play. It is not 69, not 70, not 72, 68.
Which, compared to the average Let's Play of about 150 parts, we're doing pretty damn good.
I would say so, yes. And we don't have we don't have
Well,
that.
it's 69 for now. Since I went back and watched that one part on the playthrough. A lot of you, and this surprised me too, honestly. From the playthroughs I saw, I thought everybody was usually taking Kratos, but it turned out Zealous was the normal route, and Kratos is the one that's rarely seen. So since I saw it in the comments and you thought, hey man, I'll go back and do that shit, I was like, okay, I'll think about it. And I'm like, alright, I'll do it. I just need time because I'm still burnt out on Symphonia and I'm working through 2.5 remix
Yeah,
for this
we
summer.
got other games to play in the meantime.
We got other shit to do.
Yeah, no, and it's not it's not like when Tales of Symphonia ends, the next thing that's following is the Kratos route. No,
Dude, we're burnt
we're
out.
really burnt out of Symphonia. We're going on to new RPGs after this.
And you know, that really does seem like it says bad about the game itself, but when you're playing Symphonia itself, it really doesn't bother you. But when you're watching it, it's an entirely different beast.
Yes.
Anyway, Kratos was going around searching for the Ionis, which is why he was kind of staying in Crucius a while longer so he could get that to us. However, we now must take careful heed of that because he was our nice companion. Meanwhile, we enter the Torent Forest, the Forest of the Elves. It's a really nice tune here, just Ymir Forest again.
Yeah, it's the Ymir Force thing, which we did comment on, and I'm glad to see it back again.
I'm glad to see it back too. I have it on extended. Thank you, Brawl Burstums, whatever.
That's how I pronounce it too. I never pronounce it as BRST. I was like, that was Burstums.
Burst streams.
Whatever.
Now we hope for a world like that someday, full of burst streams. Until then, we now have to deal with another gimmick in this forest. This is a thing. Raccoon? A bipedal raccoon, I guess.
It has a fur trim around its neck.
It's a rat.
That could be a rat.
And now we deal with something potent here. And this is something the Pope thought about too. This ties into the Pope's realization here. Remember how the Pope hated the half-elves simply because, you know, they lived longer than we did, therefore it's a really terrifying thought to behold? Here, everybody's more somber about it and looking at it from a different route. If maybe the Pope had this kind of reasoning as well in this cutscene, then maybe he would have been a lot more receptive toward him as Kate as well.
Yeah, I mean, because honestly, why would you invoke distaste or hatred towards a race if just on the fact that they live longer than you do?
Also, I mean, as a human myself, I can understand, like, not so much hatred. Well, it's more like jealousy, I'd say.
Yeah.
To get to live that long when we got to fear the Reaper after about 70 years.
Like, I mean, tortoises can live up to a lifespan of 150 years, but you don't see me kicking one off the street if I fucking see one across my pathway.
That's because you don't kick tortoises, you tortoise kicker.
No. I've seen them hump, though. Children's zoo woes.
I always thought you were going to bring up the episode of Futurama.
No.
Alright, Alrane are really nothing special. They can poison you, but their attacks are very easily telegraphed, which is why I just got hit by the slowest haymaker in the world. A lot of the monsters here have a fire weakness, so whip out those flame weapons if you've got them, and enchant your weapons with fire attacks. If you have the, Ooh, here comes Indignation! Booyah! 3,000! The big de facto lovely spell of lightning. That spell's been a Tales staple since the very first game, I think it was. Tales of Fantasia, I think it was. Basically where, Dolls got blown apart by indignation. He goes, wait, what? Blur!
And that is lightning-based, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Then again, it's a giant fucking bolt that screams the wrath of God, so I'm not surprised. Now, Torent Forest is easy enough to find your way through if you're just passing by it on a leisurely stroll. But when you want to go after the treasures, it's kind of a pain in the ass.
You'll be fighting Kratos again.
The third time we kicked his ass.
It never gets any more pleasurable.
You like kicking the shit out of him? He was always holding back. Ah, yeah, he was holding back. Round 20 would have fucking killed me.
Yeah, what if he gave you his full strength at the very first encounter?
Yeah, right?
This smoldering corpse used to be Lloyd.
Oh, that's my son. Well, ain't no son of mine now.
I have no son. Because I killed him.
Kratos being a hard-to-please Jewish dad.
Why Jewish specifically?
Jewish parents are hard to please.
I'd never heard of that tale, so...
Dude, talk to Ryan!
Maybe. I don't know.
Anyway, bell pepper heads. They're like pumpkin heads, except they have bell peppers for their arms instead. I'm pretty sure bell peppers are a lovely antioxidant, I guess.
I like them better grilled. I can't eat them raw.
Everybody does.
And that they're too disgusting when you saute them.
Alright, Hitler, calm down. trying to be the thought police with my bell peppers.
You don't like to saute your bell peppers? You know who else didn't like to saute bell peppers? Hitler. Oh.
I gave Zealous the Garnet here to help him boost up his damage, and kaboom! Genus brings down the dynamite after seeing that shit from E3.
We've come so long, ladies and gentlemen.
I have a lot of my older abilities unlearned at this point because I got Genus now going on the S path. I think I had him doing that since the last part. But basically, you have to disable a few set skills from the T path, and then get him on the S path to learn his S rank abilities. I don't use the tech glitch though, so I'm not bothering with that.
I don't know what's more impressive.
What?
The fact that the tree has apples as an attack, or the fact that Lloyd's head is dense enough to split the fucking thing in half upon impact.
Lloyd's head is dense enough to split the head on impact. That's way more impressive. Because it really kind of screams an oxymoron about a game. You got somebody that thick-headed trying to change the world. And the fact that he's actually making the most sense, at least from our perspective. And, whoop. I'm stabbing a woman in the back here. That's kind of crude. Apples and oranges. Oh shit, you're a goner. Genus blew you the fuck up. Genus is great to have in this dungeon though. But now, to get myself back on that topic though, when it comes to Genus though, the only T-Tech I think you're going to miss on the other side is Cyclone. Which you can't get with him, but you gain a nice little substitution instead, which is helpful to me, I think. Atlas, I believe it's called. Combo Water Wind Arc. Which is better than Tidal Wave too, so I say fuck that Tidal Wave.
Did you get into the tech glitch earlier?
Honestly, I only hear it thrown around. I'm gonna leave it to the comment section to describe it. Okay. I never did it once. Because I just thought like, fuck it, what do I care?
But you know of it.
I know that it exists. Yeah. It's a way to get some techs from your S rank and some from your T tech on the same go. So basically you don't have to worry about Genus losing Cyclone when he goes after Atlas or something like that.
Okay, so
for me that's kind of unnecessary repetition.
Yeah.
At points.
So if someone wants to go into that in the comment section, feel free. And whether or not it was something like that fixed for the HD re-release.
Right, like I said, I don't bother with it at all, so I'm not one to talk about it. Akalantha, this gives Sheena fire attributes, and it gives her fire and dark defense. Pretty good. So good, in fact, that I want to put her in my party, but then I'm like, hell with it.
Well, showcasing glitches for a Let's Play is okay as something on the side. I discourage that for a playthrough because I don't feel it's legitimate.
Johnny, believe
it depends on the glitch, though.
Now, because what I'm saying though is that it's really a harmless glitch.
Yes, if it's harmless, then it's no problem. But something like when I eventually get to Final Fantasy VI for this channel,
you're gonna rip that game apart.
I'm going to show off. Yeah, I'm gonna show off a few glitches, and one of them I'm gonna show off one time, just one time only, is Setzer Slot's Joker Do, because it is very easy to manipulate that reel.
I thought you were gonna show off the Leo glitch.
Oh, General Leo glitch? Which one?
No, there's one where you can actually get him in the party in the end game.
Oh, that's...
It was a long thought rumor until a really inquisitive goon at Something Awful did an entire Let's Play solely to breaking the game apart. Because let's face facts, folks. I mean, whether you think Final Fantasy VI is better than something like Final Fantasy 7 or 9 in terms of story, atmosphere, characters, that is your opinion and your right to have it. Telling me it's coded better than those games is going to make me call you a liar, though.
Yeah, I am going to break Final Fantasy VI apart when it's time.
I can't wait for that. I love seeing that. I'm also looking forward to I'm also just looking forward to that game in general.
Yeah.
6 just aged better with time and wine. There's not much really to talk about here. The other monsters here could include like a slime monster, which has a skull in its head instead of the orbs that we fought so far. No different though. Not even immune to fire. So just have fire-based weaponry for your kind of shit.
Okay. Now we will be sort of jumping around here, folks, because Matt's going to spend about the first 10 minutes here. Before that, though.
A golden dragon. They finally fixed the coding on this one proper, so now it's the monster that gives you the, So now it is the monster that gives you 10,000 gold to fight. More if you have the Lucifer equipped.
Which Matt finally did convert into in part 58.
Yeah, like, what, 10 or so parts after I got the original Lucifer from the boss?
Better late than never.
Yeah, I know, because it just dawned on me like a jackass. I was thinking to myself, I forgot I could do that all this time. Zealous is indeed too pretty. Or loose pants. And I need some miracle gels.
Well.
And I go back to whoring them out too when I need to, because I go for the bonus dungeon, which actually got a few little buffs in it, so to speak, with the bosses. We'll get with that later.
The gold dragon is very impressive, but can he give me lemon gels?
Well, Zealous, can it?
Anyway, what I was getting at earlier is that Matthew's going to be jumping around this dungeon for a bit, because he's not going to actually complete this place.
I don't. It's because I remember something halfway through it, and then I go back to double check it, because I'm never sure on the timing of that one either.
My souffle!
Yeah, I know, the souffle burns easily. That's what I get for leaving it with Dirk.
Didn't use enough rare pellets.
Of course not.
No.
Fucking rare pellets.
So what Matt's going to do here is that we're going to use the save point, and then we're out of here.
Right. Actually, which was actually really interesting too. And it's a good thing I did that too, because I realized my session time was getting a little high there.
Yeah.
So I cut out there and I leave the town, then I come back into Lewin.
Yeah.
Johnny catches this and he's like, wait, what?
I am so utterly confused because Matt ends the session at the Forest of Elves. I was like, okay, it's
What I did also was off screen, I grinded a whole bunch of gold dragons out to finish this quest off.
Gotcha, okay. Yeah, Matt ends the session in the Forest of Elves, and then the new session begins, and he's out and outside the city of Blue. I was like, wait a fucking minute, what happened? I was like, don't tell me he forgot to record something, and it's like, no, he's actually just backtracking for a bit, because we got a side quest here.
Yeah, this is one that's really picked a very, very, very odd time to resolve. Remember all the way back at part 4 or 6, where we had to take care of the Oh, first off, let's buy the boat. Yeah, you can. You won't go far in the sea.
We rode in a fucking wash tub, Zelos.
Yeah, seriously. I don't think that's something you tell Zealous though, to really like bring home the fact that we're Hicks. And so Lloyd, never hearing the concept of buyer beware, bought himself a houseboat for 3,000 gold.
Or the mystery box, for that matter.
Oh, what's in the mystery box? 11 gel!
A boat!
And now we got a lease, which rented a boat from 3,000 from a named Eifried. Remember Eifried all the way back at part 6 or 7 when we went to Isolde? And it's amazing that Colette remembers it. It was because I had the same thing I thought here when I thought of Perseus, like, oh shit, him?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Sweet! It pays the whore. Though, let's not ask where he's going to stick the hourglass.
Now, in case we do skim through Lewin, especially after it's completely rebuilt, there is a dog that you talk to here.
There are two dogs you have to talk to here.
Where is the second dog?
The second dog shows up later when you restore more of Lewin.
Okay.
Usually it's around this point here where the streets are cobbled. There are two dogs that show up here after the town gets renewed. Be sure you talk to them.
Oh, you can't afford a roof over that guy's head, but you gotta need the fucking cobblestone, right?
Damn fucking right. He could wait. The feet are more important than the head, because rain never exists in this game. Not rain the person, rain the weather.
Yeah. It never does rain. We get snow in Flonor, that's about it.
Flonor, and that's because it's a fucking ice nation.
And every time we get a lightning storm, a town dies.
That's not Volt, that's the Angels. So, this time around, Rain decides to double check the contract. And while she doesn't see it and we sign for it, we ultimately got double layered, which is Fraud as the highest caliber. How the fuck did Colette catch this when Rain didn't?
It's printed on graham cracker.
Lloyd ate half of it. So Lloyd's the only one that gets a costume for it.
That was very fucking fast.
It was?
Nah, that's bullshit. He was wearing those clothes underneath those clothes the entire time. He's looking for. He's to probably take off that red jacket.
I don't blame him. That red jacket was getting kind of an eyesore anyway.
There's a spiffy looking pirate outfit.
It really is. Well, Lloyd does have absolutely terrible taste in clothing. Do you think, like, if this game had the higher resources attended to it, Lloyd would have stripped right in front of him and put on his pants?
Kind of distracted by the title of that. It almost sounds like he got kicked in the nuts in pirate speak. Arg me hearties!
Try having that one go off in the Coliseum. It's Arg me hearties, Lloyd!
I feel your pain. No buffs, so it's strictly a costume.
Right. So, naturally, it ain't gonna get worn much. But relax, the iFree side quest ain't done yet. Not by a long shot yet. However, there's also something else I'm going to show off too. Because we got the town restored to a certain amount, we're now able to actually buy joke weapons. The joke weapons or joke is in third strongest in the game.
Lethal joke weapons.
Essentially. But first, we donate. Well, we don't donate money.
I teased him with the donation. You'd like this check for 40,000 gold, would you?
I got $1. You gotta reach for it.
Oh, but the burlesque house is right down the street.
The Lewin burlesque house. Why the fuck did they bother trying to get the money back that way? Oh, you know what? It was probably full of half elves.
Ironically, that would be a good enough reason for them.
Some of them don't sound like joke weapons, though. A fucking baseball bat.
Arthur, that's called an equalizer.
The Glory Arts, I have no idea what is supposed to be a joke about them, so to speak, but they are pretty potent weapons for Regal regardless, so I just whip it on. I also realized I had the Dragon Fang, I was like, oops.
Yeah, they don't look like joke weapons at all.
I mean, you lose a little defense power, but that's just going from the Crystal Greaves to the Glory Arts. I'm tempted to say Tekken reference and leave it at that, but I'm pretty sure it's a reference to something else, I just don't know what it is. And Zell sits on a fat broad who gives him a life bottle.
You can't carry anymore.
Zell's dog is probably, like, full of shit. He is indeed quite the con artist. How's it our fault for falling for it when you didn't read it?
Yeah. There's never Rain's fault, right?
Never.
Never.
But she also said 2.
Oh, okay.
We have to aid him in his treasure hunt. Hey, iFree. There's a treasure on my map here. Walk 10 paces forward. Right into your sword, right into it.
You think you'll buy it?
So now we have to do a treasure hunt. What the fuck kind of a treasure hunt is it? Let's go to the House of Salvation to find out. What we have to do is actually get the spiritualist, a treasure of spiritua to iFree. If you keep saying you're bored or stuff all the time, people stop listening to you. That's oddly specific life advice. Thank you, fat ass.
Now give me your stone mask.
So now we have to find one of the descendants of the 7 disciples out on a pilgrimage somewhere, which is a nice way of saying keep going to each house of salvation. Are you a woman? Damn.
The chin threw me off.
Yeah, it did. Are you a woman? Thank you.
Don't lie to me.
The penis never lies. Hopefully.
So we gotta find one of the descendants of the 7 spiritua.
Yeah.
Is it Darunia? Zaruto? Sorry.
Naburu.
Naburu.
Better her than Impa.
Yeah, true.
What a time to resolve that one. But here's basically what they're saying. Just go to any house of salvation you want. He's just relaying the Palma Costa tragedy to us.
Thanks.
Yeah, seriously.
Don't need to be constantly reminded of that one, I'll tell you what.
I'll tell you what. My life was fucking ruined. That could be a really catchy slogan for Lewin. If your life isn't ruined, come to Lewin.
More interesting than the Forest of Elves.
No designs anymore. And there's our second House of Salvation all the way back near fucking Treat. Doggy! Oh.
Named Kitty.
Colette's an idiot.
Let's not mince words here.
Yeah, let's not hold back. Colette's a fucking failure. All the priests apparently train under her grandmother, so they have to go all the way to fucking in the middle of bumfuck nowhere to get training for this. One thing about the quest here, actually we're gonna... I know this sounds like a goose chase at first, guys, but I around the third House of Salvation we get to, we're going to see more of the point to this. Hey there, Granny. Oh.
Aren't you a waste of my fucking time?
Seriously. No, Lemon Jaw's rock. I just hate that I was full of it. Full of them.
Yeah, you're definitely full of it, alright.
My heart belongs to you and every lady in between two worlds. Two worlds! Now, the third one is near the, it's near the Palma Costa Ranch remains. And there's what's left of Palma Costa.
Goddamn.
I know.
It's Atlantis' property now.
Atlantis. Time for round 3. Round 3. House 3.
Ding ding. This is just tackles the house. No, Colette goes to it, makes another one of those imprints.
Lloyd versus Lloyd versus the priest and spiritual.
Lloyd earned the title Hopeless.
Oh God. And here we kind of see something here that's rather poignant. Here's a woman that had her faith devoted to Martel and the Church of Salvation, only to find out that basically nothing fucking happened and she lost her son in the process. Kind of what happens when you go all in on the church angle. Because when you find your spirituality questioned or betrayed or utterly destroyed, what's holding you up? And damn! Thank you, Rhode Isle. Whoa, this really is actually very poignant, really. Kind of ruined by the fact that she was smiling through the whole thing. But, you know, limitations.
The realization that your belief system is not what it's cracked out to be has to be devastating.
Yeah, it was the same thing with... It was the same kind of fear that Yevon went... It was the same kind of fear that, Orin went through in Final Fantasy X when he realized that his faith was absolutely shaken and devastated by Unalesque, which turned him into a really big cynic about it.
Yeah.
I guess we can't really say we're doing a spoiler-free run of Final Fantasy X at this point.
We're already playing Final Fantasy X. Oh, I said it! I don't mean it.
So, after seeing some hysterics, it really sort of does paint the whole world into like a grander scope here in a way. That not everybody's happy with Colette having failed, and it's not just the mayor of Visalia. But then again, he's a colossal.
Yeah, that guy's a colossal prick, though. Anyway,
found him.
If everybody was as much of a colossal dickwad as the mayor, I would really not care about this world at all. Right.
By the way, we found him here doing his laundry.
Oh, using a boat.
No, using the wash tubs. That's wash tubs.
Like I said, boat.
So now Auguste is on his travels, trying to help ease people of their suffering. Unlike, well, actually I could say really more so like Yevon than unlike Yevon. Unlike Yevon, the Church of Salvation here is actually a legitimate, upfront, good agency. It was just that they weren't aware of what Crucius was really doing. So now while we're off on our journey trying to fix the two worlds, these people here are on their own journeys trying to pacify the worlds.
Regenerating the world in their own ways.
Exactly, pitching in and doing their part. That's a very helpful thing there too, you know? Because we can't just keep going to every city and go, no, it's not our fault.
I'm pretty sure Chosen would do it.
Look, I know I slayed a legendary hero and ruined his plans for world peace, but look at it from my perspective.
Can't someone else do it?
What about those imposters that are running around?
Yeah.
So Ifrid was pretty much sent him on the pilgrimage himself as well. So now we have to go find Ifrid. But where is he at? Remember those grave sites in what was that mountain town? Haima? We gotta head there.
Yeah, the Hema Mountains?
Yeah. Himalayas.
The Himalayas.
Thank you and good night. Although I will have to confess I just saw that pun now. There's a rock, there's a mountain, there's a cabin. Hey, there's a cabin! There's my one cabin town.
Fuck yeah, mountains!
Yeah, it's a joke. It's a real finger-wagging tune.
And that's where Kratos got ambushed.
There's where we had our last fight.
And I rode dragons here.
It was good times. So yeah, this is where the grave sites came from. Not just people who escaped from the ranch. Incompetence. Ifrid is actually very humane and humble about it, but he's actually masking his anger pretty well here too.
It's kind of a tranquil fury.
Yeah, because let's face it, even though what you do doesn't sound like an excuse, it really kind of is an excuse.
Yeah.
And while we did go off to validate and try to find a different way of solving the problem, it's not going to excuse the fact that a whole bunch of people died in that regard. We see it as what we've done, but it doesn't really apply to the rest of the world. You are part of the world, not the world is part of you. In a way. At least Ivory's very forgiving about that. And plus he gets his hope up again too, which is a nice way to reimburse the faith here. But now we can use the boat and loon as we please. For what reason? I have a fucking I have a fucking jet. I have an aerial jet booster. What the fuck do I need that for? And now we can deliver the letter to Ifrid at long last. And
no.
I knew. Now we have Ifrid's letter to take back to Lila.
Time to go on another pilgrimage.
How many summon spirits are gonna have to wake this time?
2.
Oh, Origin and Maxwell. Honestly, you know what I was thinking up here? I tried.
Dragons again.
I was hoping I could have used that. You remember how Now I admit this was a brain fart moment on my part, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry, but I thought I could have gone up there and just like grabbed the reards out from that way, a la Exire.
Just take off.
Yeah, like Exire, you know. But that was my fault.
Let's go deliver that letter then.
At long last.
When did we get that letter?
Part 6 or 7.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking. After all this, after all of the conflicts and shit that we've had up until this point, and all the revelations, you really think we would have cared about this by this point? This is a really odd time to resolve this side quest. And yet, if you didn't resolve at this point in time, it probably wouldn't have had as much impact if we resolved it earlier.
Where did that chicken come from?
The egg.
Do you always keep raw chicken in your pockets?
I cut the head off of this one.
It keeps the whores away.
I call him Mr. Crackers. That's a duck's name.
That should commit self-exile.
Exactly. And now we finally get the letter to her. Huh? And this is why Lloyd should have probably read it. We are now unable to return the money we borrowed by the due date. And since he's going on a new journey, we are now going to pay off all of it. I freed you, fuck.
What if I say no?
Apparently, Lila here is the prehistoric bank. How much does he owe? 100. She had 100 million gold to give away. No wonder Silveron's in eternal fucking decline.
Bitch, there's a destroyed city across the other continent.
Now we have to go take the ring that we got throughout the entire pilgrimage and sell it off to Catan. Where the fuck that guy's?
Tomato. Cotton. Cotton. It's missing a T.
I like Cotton better. Reminds me of an old fuck. Robert Manish, money from you? So the ring is worth 100 million gold. If we throw it in the sea, he'll probably dive after it. And here's where Lloyd gets another one of his bright ideas to give back the road pass for that we're being sold for 100 million gold. So basically, if Gotan doesn't take that into effect, he's gonna tell everybody else that he ripped them off for it. So we just got away. So we just sold off a worthless road pass and the Spiritual ring for the money back.
100 million gold.
How the fuck did you acquire that much?
Where'd you put it at?
I want to know where it all came from. Either she was soft-slaying monsters since she came out of her mother's womb with a bayonet.
She grinded dragons.
Golden dragons, right.
Yeah.
There you go. By the way, there's a Wonder Chef right down there. I keep missing it.
And I believe that's what you're looking for.
Right, that's what I was in there for. And
but did you already get it? I think you already got the Wonder Chef in Hazel.
No, there's two.
2 Wonder Chefs in Hazel?
No, Wonder Chef 1 and Wonder Chef 2. I think Wonder Chef 2 comes in later.
That Wonder poster's still up there.
At this point, I'm pretty sure they just use it for a dartboard.
I keep missing his bulbous chin.
How the fuck can you miss the bulbous chin? Ifrit's hat is statistically one of the better ones in the game, although it doesn't really give you too many other benefits.
A slight boost to the defense. I didn't see what it did for the other one. Intelligence?
Luck.
Luck. Sorry about that.
Or
Anyway,
maybe
we're
intelligence.
cutting the Dirk's house.
What am I doing here? Let's find out.
Time for some amiibos.
Did I get the souffle?
Oh, the souffle?
Yeah. Or Dirk probably threw it out. No, actually, it's the Wonder Chef in my house. You fucking creepo.
Next to my bed. You are the Burger King.
Hey Lloyd, would you like to learn how to make miso stew?
That's what they all say.
That's what they all say.
But
Anyway,
they learn.
miso stew is the best recipe in the game. You cook that shit up, it's practically a full heal. You're gonna need it for the Coliseum. And all the materials you get for it are easily found at your local Cyback Academic Intelligence
And what are the ingredients?
library. Miso, kelp, and eggs. Have you ever actually had it? It's pretty good stuff.
I never had miso stew specifically.
It's pretty good stuff. I had it once when I was out with Lee at the teriyaki restaurant in
Where's that at?
Jersey.
Oh, damn Jersey.
Damn Jersey.
He's saying it to the state. That's immediately turn off. Usually I like to rely on all my restaurants to be in Center City. I want to go to Fogo de Chao.
What?
Fogo de Chao.
Where?
It's on Chestnut.
And now we got more figurines. I'm not gonna fill it out by the end of this playthrough. That would have taken me too fucking long.
No.
That's what you'd have New Game Plus for, kiddies. Fill it out over the time frame that way, and you ain't gotta worry about this shit twice.
Have you ever had a 100% bestiary?
A bestiary?
Bestiary, yes.
Yes. I have not had a 100% figure collection. I've had a 100% item collection, though.
Okay.
Oh, the Alicia monster. Hey, Regal, this one's for you.
Penance!
And then his frown goes even lower.
He's fucking droopy. It's just his natural face now.
It is, essentially.
Oh, looks like some of these models are kind of clipping in a weird way.
I blame HD. Thanks, Dirk, for telling us all this life advice for Lloyd.
Alright, I think we're going to continue on with the Forest of Bells next part.
Until then, guys, we'll see you then. Hope provided no tech fuck-ups.